What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here, out today on a freezing cold day. Charlie picked the coldest day of the year, but he's got an incredible sight. On the other side of this street, these fields go back to maybe the 1600s. We've never done the fields, they were always corn, but this year, as you can see, they were soybeans cut low. We're hopefully gonna find some amazing things. And we got a good group of us today. Me, Rich Van Winkle, we got Dog Tag Doug, Mexican Doug, Jane Fond Doug. We got our friend Jessica, who's never been on the show, Charlie the Heritage Relic Hunter, and of course our antiques expert and good friend Lynn. Fingers crossed for an incredible day. Hopefully we stay warm. Back in the first dig. See you guys soon. Later. All right, first find of the day from Doug. Doug, my fingers are already frozen. We've been here like 8 minutes. I can't feel my pinky.
It's cold.
I can't feel it.
We went from 54 to...
Just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Doug gave this, there it is right there. He gave me this to wipe it, but it's so cold, I don't know.
I know, Charlie, I can't feel my pinky. All right, we're gonna have to try to, one of us is gonna have to pull our hands out and try to clean this thing. But Doug's on the board with the first copper of the day, and he's gonna use the snaggletooth brush and see what he's got.
If I can hold the coin.
Holy cow, it's cold. My hand is freezing, Doug. I can't hold it too long.
Yeah.
But it is a drape bust large set. I can see her face facing to the right side of the coin. Let me try to block the wind a little bit. She's facing towards my pointer finger.
Right.
Can't see much of her except for her neck and her chin. So she's seen better days. But at least we were able to figure out what it is.
Resurrected her.
The backside would have the wreath. It would say 1 cent, and the bottom would have the 1 over 100 at the bottom. Can't see any of that right now, and it's just too cold to even clean it. So this is what we're going to leave with at the moment.
Good job, Doug.
If Doug cleans it better later, I'll have him send me a photo.
Yep.
But first find of the day, first dig from anybody.
Yeah.
And he does get a 200-plus-year-old coin. So
Thank you.
well done. Let's everybody get our gloves back on.
Yeah.
Awesome job, Dougie. Well, I got a cool one here. You see that weird number, that 3332. And I was hoping for a button. I'm always hoping for a button with weird numbers. And I pulled this out, and I immediately saw the white and knew it was going to be an old musket ball. I'll have to bring it over to Charlie because he knows the calibers of these. This is not a massive one, but from that patina, I know it's definitely old. Oftentimes we find them and they're smushed. They hit a tree or an animal or, God forbid, a person. But this one probably dropped or at least missed. So that's nice. Could be all the way back towards the Revolution. So I'll definitely put that in the bag, try to get an ID on the caliber. But nice period find. Do love things like that. Not a ton of signals today.
No.
We probably walked 3-4 football fields and dug 2 holes. But Rich had a 31 signal, which is typically not going to be a coin.
I was hoping for a button.
Yes, I'm guessing he probably was. But out popped the coin, Lynn. So go figure. Maybe counterfeit or something. I got to look at it, and this is a little small. It's hard to tell on my hand. Maybe a quarter size, so possibly British or something like that.
It's thin.
It's thin, and it looks like it's going to be slick. I'll see if Rich can brush it. It's really frozen on there. It's the wind, Lynn, that's just ripping through us.
Not nice.
All right, there's Rich's circle. I think it's a coin. My gut tells me coin, even though there is a little dot I see you're talking about in the center.
Yeah.
But I think that's corrosion. I don't think that's a shank mark. And man, we really looked at it hard. Can't see anything. It's a farm slick copper by definition. And tried to rotate it. Sometimes you rotate it and you'll see a little something, especially with the Perron throwing shadows up. The only thing I see is, like, I definitely see blobs, but it might just be the way the corrosion and dirt's on there. Don't know if this is even the front or the back. Well, Rich, you got a nice old copper coin. I think it's probably 300 years old.
Yeah.
But may never know what it is.
I'll do some things at home and see.
Yeah, between the
It's not going to
age,
get worse. So.
Yeah.
between the age, sitting in the ground, years of fertilization, it can really chew old coins up. So But nice find though. I'm glad you're on the
Thanks.
board with something really old, even if we can never get an ID on it. All right, I called Rich over because I got one of his favorites. This is a weird signal, Rich. Right now it's coming up a 31. It was actually lower than that in the hole.
Something round. Right
Yeah,
there.
I dug down. I saw it already. You're gonna like this, so I called you over. This is the back, I believe, because I saw the front. Now it's gonna be a button, but wait till you see it. It's a tombac, and I could tell it's got a star etched in it. See it going around the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like there's a hole in the middle too, or some sort of an impression, which I've never seen.
I thought that's where the shank was, but that's the...
No, this is the front.
It looks like it.
I'm gonna have
Just
to.
an indent.
I gotta brush it and see. It's really, that dirt is really on there. Let me brush it off and get a good look. Whoa! I almost lost my balance. Almost stepped on my machine. Let me brush it and get a really good look at it. But that's gonna be a 250-year-old tombac button.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is...
All right, here's my tombac button. I called Doug over. Real quick, you guys stay there. This is how close we have to huddle, the three of us, just to block the wind.
Yeah.
But this is my tombac. Now this side is really cool, Doug, but the other side, you are gonna smile. Look at that.
Oh wow.
It's got a star etched going all the way around and a weird indentation in the middle
That is weird.
that I thought was a hole, but it's not. It's just like
Maybe
a
there was a
little notch.
gemstone in there.
on a tombac though? I mean, this is like colonial period.
Didn't they have Elmer's glue?
I don't know if they had
back then?
Elmer's
sure,
glue.
Doug.
They had Elmer Fudd back then. I have never seen one like, I mean, I've seen some with an etching on it, never one with with that little impression.
Right.
And that is a beautiful etching of, I guess, a
Something.
sunburst maybe.
Yeah.
Sort of,
Yep.
yeah.
So awesome little
Really
button there.
neat.
My second, 1700s era button, along with your 2 coins and a freezing cold day. But man, what a nice find that is.
This will warm you up.
I hope so.
We huddle more.
All right, so there's my tombac button. We are going to try to stick it out because we're finding stuff, even though it's cold. But luckily that my hands are so numb, Lynn, I can't feel them anymore.
good
So
for
yeah,
you,
so
yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm gonna go see what Jessica's
getting there.
got and what Charlie's got. But hey, I'll take the 2 buttons so far. Not a bad start. All right, Jessica's first find, and she looks really intrigued. Nose check, I'm coming in. Oh,
That is kind of strange.
It is.
ooh.
It doesn't look like.
It almost has a curvature like a knee buckle, but it's not
thick.
symmetrical.
Yep.
It feels lightweight too, doesn't
I can't feel my hands, so I don't know.
it?
Is it brass or is it tombac? I can't tell. I think it's brass.
Is it?
I think. Has a weird. What color is it, Lynn?
It's black, but it's obviously some kind of metal under there, but it's...
I don't want to rub on Jessica's fine. I think it's it's a weird one. That is a strange
Yeah.
one. Let's brush it down if you don't mind, Jess,
I mean, I
and
don't
we'll
see
get a good
where-
look at it without the dirt on it.
Yeah.
All right, we cleaned off Jessica's buckle. It's actually, you're actually looking at them through the buckle. Here it is, ready? Zoop! Let's take a look. Yeah, we cleaned it up. What I like about it is it's kind of got a wonky shape. I'm not sure the material. We think it might be brass. And I'm guessing the tine would have been on this end and came down and maybe touched right in there where it caused that little mark. But I like the shape. It's kind of a little fatter on this end than on this end. I think it does have good age to it. I'm glad you're on the board with something at least 150 years old.
Thanks, Jason.
What do you think of that, Charlie? Feast your eyes on that.
Good age. Good age.
Good age? That was your cue to come over? I'd be happy with that one. That's something unique at least. Well, nice find, Jessica. Way to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely got some age to it.
I've never found one like that.
All right, Rich had a good signal. Rich, I like the bag too. That's Rich. Rich said he's not going to carry a traditional hip bag.
Yeah.
So he's gone with the front Native American style. But I mean, it's nice because the hip bags, they always rip, they always tear. So I'm going to see if he likes it after a couple weeks. I might get one myself, Lynn. But anyway, I walked over because Rich said he had something good. Is it out of the hole, Rich?
Yep.
Mid 30s or so?
32.
Let's
Really.
see.
Right there.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Is it a button?
Yeah, it's a button. I didn't brush
Looks
it.
like it's a flat button.
Yeah. I saw some markings on the back.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, see, the shank's gone, and you can see there's markings.
Oh,
there.
I do see him. Yeah, I see a ring too. It's a shame it wasn't so cold because we would really be hitting this harder. We're all kind of
Freezing.
freezing.
Look at
You
that.
got something on the front too?
Really nice on the front.
He said, oh, wow.
Oh,
What is that?
really raised.
Like a big, pretty bush or something.
I think I saw some.
All right, let's brush it so I can kind of make out what the image is, Rich. And we're going to come back. Gold gilt on the back, too, it looks like. And a beautiful design. Don't know what it is, but let's take a look. Hang on. All right, here's Rich's button. This is one of the prettier buttons I've seen in a while. The back says superior quality, and the shank is missing. But get a load of this front. Wow. Now, we don't even know if this is an image or just a design. It looks like curly something or other is going all around the front. It was probably gilt at one time, but the artistry work on it is just gorgeous. So that was a nice one, and I saw it's toned 32 or so. That seems to be the magic number. A lot of the things we're getting in the 30s today on the Legends. But super nice button, Rich. Congratulations.
Thank you. I've
And
been stepping away because my nose is running too
yeah, I
bad.
know. We all do have to do a nose check every single time. The things we have to do, Rich. The things we have to do. Doug, this was a crazy one. I dug it down. I told Lynn, I said, this might be a coin. It was like a 45. After I dug it, there was an enormous clump pile, like right there. And I swung over and I could barely hear it, so I kicked the clump with my foot. And when I kicked it, I saw that giant circle appear.
What's that right there?
Dirt.
No. That edge? Or is it a
Let me
stone?
see.
Do you see what I'm looking at?
I do see it. No, that must be nothing, just an illusion. But that's no illusion, Lynn.
No, that's
No,
a coin.
no.
That might be a button, Doug. It's so thin.
Really? Might be a British coin.
It's so thin.
It's a button.
I feel a shank.
Yeah.
Doug, I just got done finding. This is the same size.
Oh my god.
Yeah, except this isn't tacoed.
Right.
I'm going to clean this careful
You're
off
dead
camera,
meat if you-
only because I just got one, a George Washington inaugural button, same size as this. So let me clean this up and I'll be right back. Hang on.
All right, we're gonna record the cleaning.
Just in case.
Now every
comes Charlie.
dandy button that was
Charlie,
taken.
I got a dandy button, but it's the same size as the GW. So I'm going to clean it on the camera just in case. Can you imagine if I get two? This is the back.
You're getting.
Spin like it too.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine if I get two GWs in the same week?
That's why I say you're gonna get a swift kick.
Do I see writing on it? Hold on. Hold on.
Everything he sees now is gonna be.
Well, I think I see a letter at the top. Hold on. Maybe not. Might just be plain. I got a fresh GW at home, Lynn. It's not even dry from the dirt. So, like, to find another one the same size,
That would be under.
I'll check it really well later and brush it down better. But either way, still a nice dandy
It's a
button.
beautiful
It's
button.
exciting.
Almost $half size. And I'll look later. If I can get two GWs, I'm taking us all to Tahiti.
Okay.
Let's go right now.
Sure you are.
All right, there's my dandy button. And you know what I do see, Lynn? Very faintly, about maybe a millimeter from the top at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I see a ring, like a circle, going around about a millimeter from the edge. Can you see it?
Like just a line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very faint. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be another GW button, but it may have had some sort of image on it or something. Or it's just my imagination and it's a plain dandy
Well, it's
button.
worth a better look when you get home.
Oh yeah, definitely I'm going to clean it better because I see a line. And, you know, hey, some of these George Washington buttons could be really
They were
worn down.
They were some of the plainer ones.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'll still take it. It's still a nice find.
Nice early.
And I will look for some sort of marking later. Rich is on another button. Rich, you might be the button leader with this one. I think this puts you at 3 or 4.
You're the button leader, Jason.
Well, that's true. The whole month.
No, he's
I
not.
get button for the month. Button leader. Let's see.
Where'd it go? Right here.
Oh, another penny size one. Rich's fingers are probably numb. Can't pick it up. Oh, is there gilt on that too, or is that no? It's like yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's a weird color. Yeah, orange. Full shank at least. First shank of the day. Every other one's been sheared off.
Yeah, it's Colonial, I think. It looks like it's been
Flat.
Anything on it, or is it
Looks
a
like
plain
it's been
flat
globbed on, and there's nothing on it.
I like the
So-
color. That's rust color. This orange, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's the copper,
Yes.
Oh, let me try to get a good
copper
one.
and watercolor.
It's raised in the center of that one, but it's. I think it's just.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I don't see a design on this one.
I don't think so.
When you got to show Jessica that last one you found, Rich. That one was beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
But hey, nice find. Kicking some butt on the buttons today. All right, Doug. Under this clump, right here. At first glance, you might not be impressed,
I'm not.
Oh, like a thimble.
but I think it's a sterling thimble because
Okay.
aluminum ones have a whole different look to it.
Okay.
I don't see any black or any corrosion, which is
Wow.
what the aluminum ones usually have. So I think it's going to be a silver thimble.
Here you go. Run it. Yeah, 44.
Yeah, I don't mess around. I don't dig junk, Doug.
Yeah, right.
And the house is right there. The house is incredibly historic. Has its own Wikipedia page. So I'm going to give it a spray down, Doug, and I would bet the farm it's going to be sterling.
Okay.
The marking would be inside. I can't open it, but I'm at least going to get a good look at it. Hang on. All right, I sprayed down my thimble. I'm going to show Jessica because she is the thimble expert.
Oh.
Have you ever dug a thimble, Jess?
I have an aluminum.
All right, there we go. Good enough for me. You ready? What do you think? Possible sterling?
I think so. Really nice detail too.
The color is looking better now. The aluminum has that sort of.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't
Yeah.
explain it.
It
I mean,
gets
it might look
duller.
similar and feel similar, but I don't see the telltale aluminum signs. And when I get home, I'll open it up, and it'll be marked on the inside up at the top.
Okay.
But trying to open this up now, I'd probably do more harm than good.
Right.
I'm going to say I'm 98.6% sure it's a sterling thimble, so
Very good
I'm happy with that
chance, yeah.
find.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, the wind feels like it's dying down a little bit.
Thank goodness.
It feels about maybe 12 degrees now,
Yeah.
where it was like
It's
minus 12.
only 12.
But Doug seems to be the hot swinger today. Said he's got
I'm a hot swinger every.
says he's got another coin. So let's take a look and see.
It's only half the value of the last.
Oh, I see it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, it's half cent size for sure, Doug.
Yep.
One of us.
And it was scratchy. I mean, I almost didn't dig it, but I dug it anyway. You know me, I like digging.
Yeah, that's going to be a half cent.
Yeah.
One of us is going to have to take off our gloves.
Rich? Oh, Charlie?
All right, let's clean that sucker up and see. I think it is a half cent, Doug.
Yeah.
Someone's having a good day.
Yeah, Doug's hot today, man. You're hot,
Yeah,
hot today.
but,
You're hot.
yeah, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Get closer.
He's going to put his
Charlie.
bathing suit on.
Warm yourself up.
All right, believe it or not, this is the same coin that Doug found. We unveiled all these holes as we brushed it. So somebody turned this old coin into, you think, a bizarre button?
They did a lousy
Yeah,
job.
they
Maybe
did.
Trying to make
these
it a-
two holes, top and bottom, were the button, and then these left and right, maybe later a whizzer. Who knows? But very little. I got to move this a little bit
I think
into
they
the light.
screwed it up so bad they threw it out into the field.
Yeah,
Figuring,
it's
all right,
crazy.
it's useless.
Similar to Rich's, no detail. Now we think this is the front because Doug and Charlie both said they saw.
There's wreath right there.
Yeah.
Right on the edge there. Yep.
See that edge?
I see it.
I see something at the very
Yeah,
bottom.
that's wreath. It's too well patterned not to be.
All right, well,
I think what you're looking at right there is the bottom of the coin. You can see the wreath as the people are looking at it right on their bottom. That's part of
Okay.
the
Right,
wreath.
right at the edge there.
Yeah, exactly.
maybe on the big screen I'll blow it up. If we can, sometimes if I can figure it out, I will overlay what my guess is.
Yeah.
It's
It's
definitely,
half cent size.
yeah, half cent size.
It's definitely
super
English.
war and slick and
Yeah.
just
Super weird.
terrible. I have to reevaluate my life.
If you're gonna find a copper, that's not the one to find.
Well, Doug, congratulations.
It's
It's a
better
really
than
old
nothing.
circle for sure.
Yes.
Dug a hole.
Yeah.
That's a nice find. It's a shame it's done in more detail, but somebody worked the crap out of that sucker.
You're not kidding.
Well, there it is, guys. We had to throw in the towel. It was just too cold. We'll go back another day and pick up where we left off. But all in all, we did pretty good for the half a day we were there. Jessica got that really nice old buckle. It could have been tombac. I had that really cool musket ball from the patina. It's got to be 200 plus years old. A handful of buttons, including that gold gilt one Rich found with the puffy design all over it. That dandy button that I got that I thought for a few minutes could be my second George Washington button in as many weeks. Turned out it wasn't this time, but who knows, maybe on the next one. And of course, I got that really nice pewter button with the etched design starburst in the middle of it. I love those old tombac buttons. Those things go back to the 1700s. And we got 3 copper coins too, the very first dig of the day. Doug gets that drape bust large cent. That thing's like 1790s to 1800s. We haven't got a date off it yet, but hopefully we will soon. Then Rich gets a copper. His was totally slick, indistinguishable on both sides, so we're not sure what that one is. And then Doug finishes the day strong with his second copper of the day. That one had all the holes punched in it, probably turned into a button or a whizzer of some kind. But either way, 2 old copper coins for Dougie. Way to go, brother. And I haven't mentioned it much, but we are doing the Wheat Penny Challenge this year. And at this spot, we found about 6 or 7 more Wheaties. We started putting them in the book. We're going to try to complete or come as close to we can as the entire Wheat Penny set. And at the end of the year, we will give it away to one lucky winner. The book might not look too filled at the moment, but it is only February. By December, that thing's going to be really impressive, and one of you guys are going to win it. Next week, we are going back to the field where I found the George Washington inaugural button, hopefully trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice. I am super stoked about it. I'm going to live dig every signal that even sounds remotely close to a button. I'd love to catch one live from start to finish. But otherwise, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go warm up my bones. But thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting, and I will see you on the next one. Later.